Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we have this position. It is white to play and win. White is winning this despite white is down a rook, right? So these pawns are far, right? They are not even close, they are not connected, they cannot defend each other, but still white can win this. So guys, as always, go ahead, pause the video and guess the move. Best of luck. Okay, so as every day I do, I should have explained what is going on in this puzzle first, then we will go into the moves one by one, so that it would be very easy to guess the next move for you. So in order to win this position, we have to promote one of these pawns, right? So that is going to be the idea of this puzzle, right? So how do we do that? These pawns are 2 steps away, and how should we do this efficiently would be the question. So the first thing is, if you push this pawn, black would just capture it with a bishop, and you can push like this, but black would just stop that, and black is now winning, right? Black would just play a rook move, any rook move, then just black can play here and here, just win the game, right? So we can't win this way because we are going to lose the pawn, and we can't afford losing the pawn until we reach the promotion, right? Until then we can't lose any of the pawn, and the first move is not that hard. I mean, a lot of people would get this. It's a7, threatening to promote into a queen. So in this position, the problem for black is black can't play rook to a2 because of the bishop. So how can I stop this pawn, right? How can I stop the f pawn? Well, black has only one way to stop the pawn, which is bishop to g2. So what should we play now? Well, in this position, we push d7. And what is going on? Now, the bishop is defending the promotion square. And you may think black should respond by playing bishop to c6, but that is a mistake, because now in this position we simply push this and get a queen, and black has no way to defend this with a bishop, right? So black can't do that, and the only thing that black can do in this position is play rook to d2, and that is going to be that way black could stop the pawn. However, in this position we have one brilliant move, literally a brilliant worthy move, that is even the engine recognized as a brilliant move, and that move can make white the winner. So what do you think if you'd like to pause again? Okay, so the move is bishop to d5. What is the idea? This is a brilliant bishop sacrifice. First, what is going on? The thing is, we are just preventing black from accessing both of the promotion, right? So now in this position, we are going to promote one of our pawn. So on the next move, if black plays a random move, we simply promote one of the pawn. It doesn't really matter, and we are going to simply win the game, right? So that is what is going on. So sorry, I just flipped the board. So now in this position, black can capture the bishop 2 ways. But if you see the square overlap with the other piece, right? So if the bishop captures that, it interrupts the interaction between the pawn, and we can promote there and win the game. Well, if the rook captures that, we can promote on a8, which prevents the bishop from just accessing that square. So this is the interceptions of both pieces, and one piece just block the other, and there is no way black can defend both of these pieces, both of these promotions, and black is now going to lose the game, right? So this is the solution of the puzzle. So guys, this is the whole point. For recap, first we are going to push a7, and black has to defend that with the bishop by playing bishop to g2, and now we push get closer with the other pawn, and the only way to defend is to play rook to d2, and now we play bishop to d5, sacrificing the bishop. It doesn't matter what piece captures the bishop. At the end we simply get a queen and win the game. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.